Happy Monday and welcome to Smell the Coffee on today, which is Human Rights Day. We do hope you are having yourselves a restful day. You are joined by Diana Master and Aina Riza Kweyo on Smell the Coffee. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome stuff. Happy Human Rights Day. I hope that you know that, the beginning or where your rights end is where my rights begin. Yeah, so let's just be cognizant of each other's rights. Yes, it's your right, but don't inconvenience another person in the name of it being your right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't infringe upon other people's rights just so that you're comfortable and you are fine. We were having this discussion the other day, well, just last week, a few of my friends and I, where we were saying a lot of the times people want to force other people to conform to their rights. Like we're all like, no, but you're infringing on my rights. I'm not comfortable. But then in so doing or in so saying, I'm making you uncomfortable just so that I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
And we don't actually realize that a lot of the time, which is ridiculous. But nevertheless, all you have to do today is sit back, grab your cup of joe while we entertain you with the freshest in entertainment and some bizarre news. We'll now take a quick ad break and return with our top stories.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Starting off our stories this morning, Jada Pinkett Smith vows she'll never leave Will Smith even if one of them meets someone else. Jada Pinkett Smith will never leave Will Smith even though she recently moved into her own woman cave. The 52-year-old actress and her 55-year-old actor husband shocked fans this year by revealing they've been separated for 6 years, but Pinkett Smith insisted that the pair are committed to each other even if one of them meets someone else. Speaking to the Mail on Sunday's You magazine, Pinkett Smith said, "We're both getting older, and besides, we've been together 30 years, so even if someone new came along, neither of us is going anywhere. We are a family that needs to look out for one another and always will be. Sometimes it takes a crisis for you to see that." However, Pinkett Smith revealed there are benefits to moving out of their Calabasas mansion and into her own home nearby. She said, "I bought myself a woman cave. Every woman needs a woman cave. The best thing is I don't need to say to Will, 'Are you okay with this couch?' I got one that's cream patterned leather but with gold studs on it that expresses the heavy metal side to me." When asked how their children reacted, she said, "They knew I needed it. Besides, they're adults now. They know where to find me. They all have their own keys, even Will."
Okay, great. Yeah, let's move on. I'm so tired of Jada and everything.
She's doing so much to promote her book.
Like there is so much going on every day. You have to hear from Jada something we don't even need to hear. Some of them we really don't care for. I appreciate that she's a celebrity and that she's sharing so much of her life, but like, where do we draw the line?
Where do we draw the line?
I'm over it.
Yeah,
But
and also, the thing is, I don't know, her saying she will never, like, they'll never leave each other.
even if someone else came
Comes
along,
along.
what
That is peak
what
toxicity.
what in the family dynamics is going on there?
Exactly, because imagine you as the new person, you have to deal with this ex-wife that's telling you, "No, I'm not going anywhere." No, but we're not together. Just know that though. I'm not going anywhere. What do you mean?
Does she, can we call her an ex-wife or current wife?
That's the thing, because like now I'm
Because they are not
thinking-
divorced. Are they divorced?
They're not divorced, but now I'm thinking in the space that now someone comes along, does that mean Will and her will never get a divorce? And this new person must just be like, you know what, okay. What is happening?
It's really an entanglement.
It do be an entanglement sometimes, and what can you do?
And what can you do? Moving over to our next story, we are in celebratory mode as MacG is voted Man of the Year by GQ. MacG was named Entertainer of the Year at this year's GQ's Man of the Year Awards after the podcaster's successful 2023 Inkambe Zuzo duo Chaba and Big Zulu were some of the night's biggest winners. The GQ Men of the Year Award were being hosted for a 5th year, hosted in 4 ways in Johannesburg on Saturday. The awards pay homage to trailblazers within South Africa who are shaping the cultural landscape and pushing boundaries in their respective fields. If there is anyone in the podcast space who pushes boundaries, it has to be MacG, whose real name is Makaiva Mkwebo. MacG was recognized as the Entertainer of the Year after the 2023 he has had. Throughout this year, we have witnessed a remarkable sequence of culturally defining events and encountered a multitude of remarkable individuals who have not only inspired but excelled within their industries, says Molife Kumona, Editor-in-Chief of GQ South Africa.
Wow,
Congratulations to MacG. I mean,
you are an avid follower of Podcast and Chill.
So I'm a religious watcher or listener of Podcast and Chill, and really MacG has risen above all. They always want to cancel him because his podcast, some of the things are very controversial, but every time he rises above, he hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube this year. He packed a stadium this year. I mean, his alcohol is doing well, his alcohol brand. I mean, he employs around about 40 people that work on the podcast.
Wow.
And like, he's just really doing the things. He drops good music. I know his song, I think it was called Mkatini, has like around about 11 million views on. Yeah, he has had a good year. He proposed to his long time girlfriend. Yeah, man, shout out.
Big shout out. Big shout out. I mean, it's always great to see people excel in their respective fields, and the fact that he's using this platform now, right? Like, because obviously he started with Podcast and Chill, and then he saw, okay, you know what, I can venture into other business opportunities. Because a lot of people tend to just focus on the one thing, but then my mom always says, never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to also explore all these other avenues. And I'm glad he's doing that and he's finding success in that and using his influence as MacG to push all these other things.
Yeah.
I think that's a very smart move. Now moving over, doctor finds 700 tapeworms in man's brain, chest and lungs after eating pork. A man in China has been complaining of headaches and seizures after eating pork, but still waited over a month to see a doctor when they discovered he had over 700 tapeworms all over his body, including his brain. Zhu Zhongfa, 43, from Hangzhou in East China, was baffled after the symptoms of ill health lasted for over a month. He decided to seek help from doctors at the first affiliated hospital of College Medicine, Zhejiang University. Dr. Wang Jiangrong from the Department of Infectious Disease performed a medical checkup on Mr. Zhu and diagnosed him with tinnitus. He also found over 700 tapeworms across the patient's body. Tapeworms, known as Taenia solium in medical terms, are usually acquired through the ingestion of tapeworm eggs in undercooked or infected pork. Back in 2019, Dr. Wang told Pair, a video sharing platform, there are multiple presences of space-occupying lesions in the patient's brain. It's also in the lungs and fills up the muscles inside the chest cavity. He added the infections have already caused damage to the patient's organs. According to WHO, when tapeworm eggs enter the central nervous system, they can cause neurological symptoms to the patient, including epileptic seizures. Luckily, tinnitus can be treated with laxatives and medicines, but the dosage and duration of treatment may vary due to the severeness of the infection. Mr. Zhu said he recalled he had hot pot about a month before and might not have cooked the meat thoroughly.
Yeah, that happens. It's very, very scary. That's why, like, for me, I don't like pork. I don't eat pork at all. It's just,
You don't eat it at all?
no, it's just dangerous. I don't like pork at all.
Jeez.
I think I also have trauma from it, but like, yeah. And the worst thing is that you never know if this meat is infected or not. You can't tell. Only when you get infected.
Oh, jeez. But I
Yeah.
mean, always thoroughly cook your meat. Like boil and boil and boil. Because I mean, that's one of the reasons anyway. It's because it's undercooked. That's why even World Health Organization and all these other health, whatchamacallthems, always recommend that you fully and thoroughly cook your meat.
It's not these things, medium rare, what. The way you can see the blood.
The blood. But I mean,
whatever.
for steak, yes.
Nah.
For pork,
Even steak, bruh, you don't know what is in these animals.
There was a time I was paranoid when, what was it, that outbreak like 2 months ago?
What, COVID?
No, not COVID. The one that was in the meat, in red meat. Yo, for a while I would not eat red
I just
meat.
remember the one that was in rations. That one was called Leo something.
Listeriosis.
That one.
Listeriosis really almost took out a whole nation, eh?
And you
a
know
whole
me,
nation.
There by the Russians, that's my favorite sector.
That's your undoing. Imagine a whole nation was almost taken out by pork.
Imagine.
By By Polonian Russians.
Polonian Russian.
Yo, no, for me it was, what was it? I was Googling it the other day. I was like, no, you will not catch me eating red meat for like 2 months. And that time I'd already, because I buy my meat at the beginning of the month. For like 2 months, the meat was just chilling in the fridge. I'm like, I'm not cooking this meat. Even if I thoroughly boil it, I'm still not going to
Like
eat
I
it.
said before, like you don't know. It's not like we test it before we cook it or before we
Exactly.
buy it. So we are really just in the hands of God.
Honestly speaking, and it's not just
And
with
you don't know
meat.
how your body will react.
Yeah. And it's not just meat, even fruits and vegetables. I saw this Instagram video where they put an apple under a microscope and just there by the stem there were little thingies that were moving. I'm just like, guys. But our parents were eating these things before, so they're fine. So, but do cook your meat thoroughly, and if you're gonna wash your fruits and vegetables, always wash them in like warm water with apple cider vinegar. That should kill most of the bacteria and the germs. Nevertheless, that brings us to the end of our top stories. We'll now take a quick ad break and return with more Smell the Coffee.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Good day, my name is Joel Namboli.
So Joel, please tell us about your journey with African Vocals.
So African Vocals is a male a cappella group from Swakopmund, Namibia, and this group was formed back in 2012. The objective, of course, to create a vibrant group that can represent the Namibian cultures and traditions through our music. And of course, we all met when we were done with high school. Mind me, we all sang in choirs, school choirs before. So at some point, certain members met nationally through school choir competitions. But of course, when we were all done with high school, we were not allowed to sing in school choirs anymore. So that's how we got together and created this amazing group that still live today.
Okay, so before we continue with the next question, please introduce the lovely lady seated next to you.
She can do it herself.
Thank you. Thank you, Joel. Hello, everybody. My name is Regine Hink, and I'm trying to manage the African vocals on a voluntary basis since 2017.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. So, as the manager of the group, let's say that, what are some of your goals for the musical group?
Well, of course, the biggest aim for us is making music our profession, being able to live on it, being well known not only in Namibia but also worldwide. We are starting with Germany. That's why we are doing tours to Germany. We had a great tour to Germany this year. We are just preparing for our tour next year, and we are really, really looking forward to being back there.
Thank you. So, tell us, how often does the group meet, and what is the biggest stage you guys have performed on?
So the group meets every Monday and Wednesday, 2 times a week. And the biggest stage that we have ever been, that's a tricky question. We had couple. Nationally, I would say the Jazz Festival. Internationally, I would say most probably in 2019 in Hanover. That was an a cappella festival where different a cappella groups from around the world met in Hanover and presented their art, and that was amazing. I would also say Solingen was also one of them. This was a choral competition, I would say. There are so many. Yeah, this year in Mexico we were also on one of the biggest stages where a show was sold out 3 months before we traveled with an amazing group from Zaland called Unleashed for Africa, good friends of ours. Yeah.
Okay. Now, they say music is a universal language, but it also has healing properties. Why do you love music, both listening to it and making it?
Well, yeah, it's sure. Like you said, music is a universal language, but that's what we know. That's what we breathe. That's what we live. It is part of us. We don't know much. We love to watch football. We love to watch rugby, but we do music.
Okay, so also social media-wise, your social media is very active, and you clearly love sharing your work and experiences. What do you want people to feel when they hear you and see you perform?
Well, we hope that everybody who sees our music, looks at our videos, feels the love the group has for music, feels the good vibes they want to present, feels making the day a bit brighter, feeling more happy, and this is the big goal we have.
Okay, so you're working on a CD currently at the moment. What can we expect in terms of sound, and when do you intend to release it?
Yeah, we have just recorded our recent CD, and we hope it will be done by the end of the year. It will probably be released early next year. And what should people expect from this? This is going to be a classic. It's going to be the Namibian sound. We at the moment we're targeting all those pieces that our mothers, our grandmother, our great parents have been doing back in the days, songs that were almost forgotten, and the little ones wouldn't know this. We are trying to source them out and present them out there, and of course record our own songs that we write amongst ourselves as well. So when anybody hear these sounds, be it that they're Namibian or not, they should relate this music to our country, they should always have a picture of Namibia whenever they hear this music. So it's really going to be a classic.
Wow, I think that sounds very beautiful. But please take us through the work which goes into making this musical work of art a reality, and what are some challenges you are faced within, and what are some triumphs as well that you have reached as a group?
Well, of course, there is big challenges for a group of 15 to get them together, and you have to know that it's a multi-diverse group. We have different ethnic people, cultures in the group, which I think it's very, very important to show the diversity of Namibia also, to look at the other culture also. Each of them has to look at the other culture, because we also sing in different ethnic languages. And of course, this is one little challenge, to teach them one ethnic language the others don't even understand. So of course, it's also another problem that guys are working. They come from work for our rehearsals, totally exhausted, tired, angry sometimes. But then this miracle happens, you see them. And this is why we say music is a healer. They start singing and suddenly they are fresh again, they are vibrant, they are happy. And this is what I love about our music, and what I hope we can transfer to other people as well. So there is challenges, but the music helps us overcome challenges.
Okay, so those were the challenges. Now, what were some highlights and successes that has achieved so far?
I think at the moment, African Vocals is one of the oldest group existing and active in this country. So keeping a group together for such a long time, it's a success story. That alone. And of course, gaining recognition nationally and internationally, that's a success story. And having interest from all sort of people, that's another success story. And
Ladies and gentlemen, and just like that, we are halfway through our Give Hope charity initiative, and this week we will take a look at the issue of stray dogs and cats in our society. Our beneficiary is the Ark, which is situated in Omaruru. Now, many welfare organizations will promote spaying and neutering cats and dogs, and this is important because according to themedium.com, a single female dog and her babies can have over 67,000 puppies in a 6-year time frame. That's because a dog can have up to 3 litters a year, with up to 7 puppies per litter. An unspayed female cat, her mate and all of their offspring, producing 2 litters a year, can average 12 kittens a year, 67 in 2 years, 2,100 kittens in 4 years, and a staggering 2 million kittens in years 8. By year 9, that number would stand on 11 million. Now, while the number of stray cats and dogs are not known, across Namibia, one animal welfare organization took in 5,000 animals in a year period, found homes to 800 animals, reunited 600 lost pets with their owners, and reached 566 working animals in some of Namibia's most rural communities. 1,100 animals were sterilized, 4,500 were administered vaccines, and 600 received life-saving treatments and procedures. The inspectors across the country responded to 436 complaints and collected 1,600 stray and surrendered animals. I am so excited about visiting Ali Ryan at the Ark later this week, and she will tell us all about what the aim is of their animal welfare organization and how they do things a little bit differently. They are also looking at new premises to accommodate more animals. Currently, they have 35 dogs and 30 cats in their care. I will be back again tomorrow with more news on the Ark.
Welcome to Active Kids, a daily TV show that sparks creativity, learning, and fun for young minds. With exciting activities and lessons, Active Kids inspires curiosity and a love for learning.
New face to the 15.
The perfect mix of play and education. Don't miss out on the fun. Tune into Active Kids on NTV every weekday at 10 o'clock and let the adventure begin.
All good things must come to an end. Unfortunately, that is it for today's episode of Smell the Coffee. We do hope you enjoyed our stories. Please do comment which one you found the most bizarre, or which one you related to the most.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy the most on today's episode? Other than that, from Diana Master and Aina Razaqueo, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.